I keep seeing people say how terrible this year is. It's been hard and it's been difficult and it's been different than any of us expected, but don't let it go to waste. There's so much good that we can find and that we can learn from this year. One of my family's favorite vegetables is sugar snap peas, and the first time we grew them, they were so easy to grow, and for some reason this year we are struggling, and pretty much every single one is wilting and dying, and so I'm trying to plant new ones. And as I've been sitting here listening to worship music, I have just been contemplating something that I have just seen and heard all year long. The year of 2020 has been difficult, and it has been completely different than any other year that any of us have ever known. I keep seeing people say how terrible this year is, and it's been bad. It has not been a pleasant one for most people, and I just keep on thinking, like, I've had some really dark years on my own that haven't affected everybody else in the world. And those really dark years were so difficult and so hard. But one of the things that I tried to focus on during those years was, Lord, what do you want me to learn? What lesson is there in this moment for me to not let this hard time go to waste? And I hope that people are focusing on that. I hope that you are focusing on that. Instead of focusing on just how hard things are, look around, see what's going on, pray, ask the Lord, read scripture, and figure out what is the lesson? What can you do to learn personally that the Lord wants you to grow in, what He wants you to move in, and make this a great year. I am honestly have been very content lately. We do have another family living with us, which has been amazing. And being able to be in community with people during this has been incredible. So I know where I sit is much different than most people. I'm loving this year. It's been really good. There have been really hard times, and I definitely went through a really hard, stressful season of not sleeping well and not understanding, and I still don't understand, but my focus has shifted as I work in the dirt and as I work in our garden. I'm not giving up on this place. My plants are growing. They started to grow and they're withering and they're dying, but I'm not giving up on it, and I'm planting new seeds. I actually planted some the other day and they're already sprouting, and it started making me think of just Jesus in the grave and how He had to die in order to raise from the dead to be able to keep us for eternity. And so I'm looking at these seeds. When you put them in the ground, they have to die. They're going into their grave. But then that's where new life raises. And so that just got me thinking of this whole year of 2020 and of those posts of like, this is the worst year ever. What's making it the worst year? Are you holding on to the way that life was? Are you holding on to not being able to go do the things that you used to be doing? Maybe there's something in that that's okay to let go and dig in deep to what is the lesson that you personally need to learn from this year. And that just was making me think of this with these seeds of, what do I need to die to myself? What do I need to get rid of myself? What do I need to just be like, you know what? I don't need that in my life anymore. I want new life, and I want fruit to grow from this year. What can I learn and what can I gather from this? I highly recommend, if you haven't planted anything yet this year, get a flower pot even, or just a random place in your yard, whatever you need to do, plant something and tend to it and watch it grow. There's just something so special in working with plants and working with the soil and the dirt and God's creation. You are God's creation, and just seeing God's creation working with His other creations is just so amazing and just so life-giving. So if you haven't planted anything this year, I highly recommend doing it. And if you have planted something and it's not going great, try again. It's not too late to try. There's definitely some stuff that I'm waiting until next year. But there's other stuff that I can still grow this year and I'm still working on and trying again. And I don't think that this year is gonna go to waste. It's been hard and it's been difficult and it's been different than any of us expected. but don't let it go to waste. There's so much good that we can find and that we can learn from this year.